This is a production of PBS Charlotte.
The pulsating lights might make you think you're in a nightclub. The splashes of sparks look like a fireworks display, and the flashing red could be mistaken for emergency lights. But no, this is none of the above. It's actually a welding competition. The James Turner Institute of Welding Technology at Central Piedmont Community College is focused on being the leader in workforce development for the Charlotte area and region.
It's a growing industry, so I love it.
To many people, welding may not sound all that interesting or exciting, but this art form affects just about everything we come in contact with in our daily lives.
If you think about the cars we all drove in on today, to the elevators in our respective buildings, to our buildings themselves, to the bridges and our airplanes and refrigerators and you name it, when you have two pieces of metal coming together, they almost always were welded.
It's one of those things most people take for granted, but without it, we'd be in a whole lot of trouble.
It's the first thing that someone asks if a bridge falls down is, who did that? You know, who inspected that? You get on an airplane, you expect the wings to stay on to the other side.
At CPCC, students learn all the welding basics for hands-on welding and how to set programs to operate robotic welders. The two-year program currently has about 120 students, with day and evening classes available.
We offer certificates from general welding certificates to associate degrees.
We place a big premium on having hands-on training here because they get all of the bookwork and all of the theory, but we have lots of good samples and lots of state-of-the-art equipment.
Paige Hoos got her bachelor's degree in art history, but ended up waiting tables and working as an addiction counselor. She was always intrigued with welding, but had no knowledge or experience. 3 years ago, she signed up for classes at CPCC's Harper campus, got her associate's degree last spring, and immediately found full-time work in the industry.
I don't think it's anything that I would have foreseen for myself, but I got here and the teachers were amazingly kind, supportive, accepting. You know, I thought, oh, well, as a woman who's been out there doing things and is a little older, I wasn't sure that I was going to make it.
Steve Gore heads up Central Piedmont's welding program. In 2001, he had an idea, so he called his counterpart, Robert Simpson, at Rowan Cabarrus Community College.
We wanted to have a friendly competition based on the collegiate level of welding technology.
This year's competition, the 17th annual, attracted a dozen schools from around the Carolinas. Each school sent 2 competitors.
Our students get to network with other students. Our instructors get to talk and network with the other instructors in North Carolina. We exchange ideas, so you know, it's positive for everybody here.
The competition is pretty straightforward. Students weld 2 pieces of metal together. Judges then visually inspect the welds, picking a top 10. From there, the 10 finalists go into the X-ray lab.
We're going to use X-rays to search the whole thickness of the weld, and then we'll define any defects that are in it. This is similar to what we do out in industry on airplanes, on bridges, on power plants.
Between film, digital, ultrasonic, and other methods, there are many ways of testing a weld.
We actually have a little defect that's in this particular weld. The radiograph will show that, and we can actually bring it right down so you can see right where that defect is.
The winner of this year's competition was CPCC's Clater Diaz. He works night shift full-time in the industry while taking classes at Central Piedmont during the day.
All these guys, that they've been practicing for this test, so pretty much you're going to treat it like one, and so that's what they did, and most of the guys, they brought their A game out here.
Competition aside, all welding students each have something to look forward to, a job.
There's over 300,000 welding jobs right now that aren't filled.
But no one thinks about getting into it, and as a result, there's a real shortage of people in the industry right now.
I get calls from companies every day looking for welders. Our challenge, my challenge, is to keep them in school and make sure they get that degree. Like
many industries, the pay scale for welders runs the gamut, from entry level all the way up.
I've heard of folks getting upwards of $23 to $26 an hour, right out of, be it a entry-level schooling or a degree creating opportunity for them.
In general, annual salaries range from the upper 20s on the low end to mid-60s on the high end. Experience, location, the company, and the job itself are all variables.
This is a really good industry for someone that is pretty sharp, has a little bit going on upstairs, but they also want to use their hands. They don't want to sit in a cubicle because you are going to go out, you're going to get dirty.
So the next time you drive your car, ride in an elevator, or walk into a building, think about how much welding was a part of its construction. Chances are you wouldn't be in it without it. Interested in this field? Charlotte Works can help you map out your career path at no cost. Connect with us at charlotteworks.com/mycareer.
A production of PBS Charlotte.